I know you also mentioned that there were tough times where you felt, wow, this is like such a grind. This is, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel lost. What advice could you give to uh, people entering into PhD programs in the middle of the journey to help them get out of any kind of inertia and remind them of the bigger goal? What would you say to them?
So I think one thing that needs to be said is that everyone goes through this experience. If you don't feel lost, or if you're not stuck, then maybe you're not pushing yourself too much. This is supposed to be a growing journey, and it can be sometimes isolating because a lot of times you might be working alone on your projects, and if you're stuck, you can have wonderful friends, but they might not fully understand what you're doing to actually help you out. So it can also sometimes be isolating. In that case, I would say one thing, like reach out and talk to others, at least your friends or in your lab mates who are going through these processes, and like talking it out loud really helps, because then they also will share their experiences and say like, hey, I've been stuck in this problem too, and you're not the only one, don't worry. And having that support system really helps. And yeah, one thing that I tell myself when I'm stuck is that, especially like even as a senior student, you can get stuck, but I always try to like look back and see like, hey, how far I've come since when I started. Like initially I didn't even know this, but I've come so far, I've found out so many things, and that means I can also try and keep learning. So if you keep pushing yourself to take up challenging tasks, it is likely that you will get stuck and you might fail at different things, and you have to accept that it's okay, and you need to embrace the uncertainty and failure and say it's okay, and you need to keep working and try to just look at yourself the last week or yesterday, how you were, like maybe you're stuck in this problem, now you've solved it, and even try to take care of your small wins and like celebrate them. Like I'm not saying like have a party or something, but try to celebrate your small wins. One advice a friend or a mentor of mine gave me is like, they have like this positive inbox where like they got any good emails, they pinned all of them, so that anytime that they're having a hard day, they would go back and look at those emails and they're like, hey, okay, these good things have happened, and that's because I was struggling in the past and I kept pushing, and so I should keep pushing further. And yeah, everyone goes through this and it's totally okay. And I think having a good support system really helps. And also you need to keep motivating yourself. That's, at the end of the day, that's also very important. And having a good advisor who is supportive also is plays a very, very important role, which I am lucky in my case.